Uh, Hello. Good morning, everybody. Today is May 9, Friday, 2025. Welcome to the dropping and opening of bids for contract ID 25 KA0050, construction of rainwater collector system, and contract ID 25 KA0052, repair replacement of concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road. But before we proceed, may I request Mel Dexter Chu to lead the prayer.
Please rise for opening prayer. Let's put ourselves in the holy presence of God, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, as we gather together, we thank you for your endless goodness to us. Thank you for all the skills and the talents you have given us, and for everyone who is part of this beautiful team. We pray that you will provide us with great wisdom and insight as we discuss our work plans and make decisions about the future. We open our hearts to you now and invite your Holy Spirit to be present amongst us. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Sir Mildix. May I request Engineer John Bertudis to acknowledge the attendee in this dropping and opening of bids.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our dropping and opening of bids dated May 9, 2025. For this morning, we have our back chairperson, Engineer Al Gomez.
Present.
We also have our vice chairperson, Sir Edwin G. Cagulada.
Present.
Our regular member, Engineer Derlinda N. Retalia.
Present.
And our end user, Engineer Joselito V. Corpin Jr.
Present.
We also have our back DWG members. We have Engineer Leah Rose N. Basilan, Engineer Rachel Grace S. Aliao, and Ma'am Nona C. Cho. We also have our head back secretariat, Engineer Evelyn V. Paderanga.
Present.
With its members, we have Mr. Mildexter Yu Cho, and yours truly, Engineer John Christian A. Vertudes. For this morning, we have the representative from FNTC Construction, Ma'am Andrea Julien Maniago. And from CLC Construction, we have Ma'am Rosjen Bores. And from our commission on representative from COA, Sir Amel Salik Langko, via Zoom. I think that's all for this morning, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
And thank you, Engineer John Bertudis. Since majority of our back member are present, I call this dropping and opening of bids is call of order. May I request the head of back secretariat, Engineer Evelyn Paderanga, to discuss the eligibility result through electronic means.
Good morning, everyone. Relative to Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020, with the subject online submission of bids, the back secretariat have verified the DPWH bid portal and confirmed that there are no electronic bids received. In accordance with Resolution Number 15, 2021, submission of PhilJOB Certificate of Platinum Registration on Competitive Bidding, all Class A eligibility documents shall remain current and updated, and that failure by the prospective bidder to update its PhilJOB Certificate of Platinum Registration and Membership with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its Certificate of Platinum Registration and Membership. For the information of everybody, electronic processing will always prevail over manual checking. So if discrepancies occur between the two, and after verification and validation by the bids and awards committee, procurement unit will request for updating, unlocking, and reprocessing of eligibility. For the record, the back secretariat have received a total of 6 bids, 3 for contract ID 25KE005 and 3 for 25KE0052. In relation to Department Order Number 28, Series of 2024 on the three-strike policy in the procurement, there are no withdrawal of bids, no submission of non-participation letter, and no late bids submission. May we request Engineer Richard Grace Salyao to read the electronic eligibility result.
Good morning once again. For the electronic eligibility result, first, for contract ID number 25KE0050, the construction of rainwater collector system with an ABC amount of 2,699 pesos and 3 centavos. So we have received 3 bid proposals from 3 prospective bidders who have purchased the bidding documents. So first, we have Hapos Hansol Enterprises with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. DTI registration valid until September 15, 2025. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until March 19, 2026. PhilJobs registration valid until September 24, 2025. PCAB license valid until April 4, 2027. PCAB registration valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Second is from Vinlabs Construction and Supply with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. DTI's registration valid until February 24, 2030. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until January 24, 2026. PhilJobs registration valid until February 15, 2026. PCAB license valid until July 21, 2025. PCAB registration valid until July 21, 2026. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Next is from FNTC Construction with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. DTI registration valid until April 21, 2026. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until February 5, 2026. PhilJobs registration valid until February 22, 2026. PCAB license valid until May 27, 2025. PCAB registration valid until May 27, 2027. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. For the next contract ID, we have 25KE0052, the repair or replacement of unpaved to concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road with an ABC amount of 6,999,526 pesos and 6 centavos. There are 3 bidders who have purchased the bidding documents, and 3 of them have submitted their bid proposals. First, we have CLC Construction Services and Supply with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. DTI registration valid until April 12, 2030. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 9, 2025. PhilJobs registration valid until January 17, 2026. PCAB license valid until October 19, 2025. PCAB registration valid until May 24, 2026. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. Second is from Janreal Construction with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. DTI registration valid until September 12, 2027. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until March 25, 2026. PhilJobs registration valid until April 12, 2026. PCAB license valid until December 17, 2025. PCAB registration valid until December 17, 2027. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. And next is from 2NGA Construction with mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. DTI registration valid until April 28, 2027. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 18, 2025. Field jobs registration valid until March 13, 2026. Pickup license valid until January 18, 2026. Pickup registration valid until January 18, 2026. Work experience passed, NFCC passed. That would be all for the electronic eligibility result, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Rachel. Let's proceed to the opening of bids. May I request the TWG to open the bid box and facilitate the opening of bidding proposal. May I request head of the TWG to check the all bid document whether sealed or not.
Good morning. Mr. Chair, all the bids received are properly marked and sealed.
Thank you, Ma'am Nona. Let's proceed to the opening. The first to open is the technical proposal, then followed by the financial proposal. The first project, we proceed to the first contract with a contract ID 25KA050, construction of rainwater collector system. Please open the technical proposal submitted by FNTC Construction. May I request one of the back member to read and check the technical document using electron or discretionary pass and fill criterion.
So good morning, everyone. For our first project with contract ID 25KE0050, construction of rainwater collector system, coming in Circumferential Road. First bidder is FNTC Construction and the ABC for the project is 2,605,499 pesos and 3 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the PhilJEP's registration with validity until February 22, 2026, passed. Under Annex A, PhilJEP's page 3, DTI certificate, expiration date is April 21, 2026, passed. Mayor's permit, expiration date is December 31, 2025, passed. Tax clearance, expiration date is February 5, 2026, passed. Audited financial statement last filed April 24, 2024, less than 2 years. Pickup license up to May 27, 2025, passed. Present also is the hard copy of the DTI, mayor's permit, and the tax clearance. Next document present is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, is present. There are 3 listed projects and signed by the bidder, Francis Noel T. Simasio, proprietor. Next document present is the statement of single largest completed contract, is also present. Signed by the bidder, Francis Noel T. Simasio. Photocopy of the pickup is also present. Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration is also present. Signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio and notarized by Attorney Abelino Piercino Jr., Notary Public. Next document present is the contractor's organizational chart, is present and signed by the bidder, Francis Noel T. Simasio. The list and qualification of personnel to be assigned to the contract is also present, signed by Francis Noel T. Simasio. The personnel's by data is also present. Certificate of completion for authorized managing officer orientation seminar of Francis Noel T. Simasio is also present. Professional identification card of Civil Engineer Mark Lowell Almeida is present and unexpired. and its accreditation as Materials Engineer 1 of Mark Lowell Almeida with accreditation number of 6818 is present also. And its accreditation certificate is also present and expired. Construction Occupational Safety and Health Training of Francis Novelty Simasio is also present. Next document present is the list of equipment owned or leased and or under purchase agreement paid to the proposed contract is present. Signed by Francis Novelty Simasio, proprietor. Supported by its proof of ownership, the certificate of registration and official receipts of vehicles from the LTO. Deed of absolute sale for heavy equipments. Next document present is the list of laboratory equipment unit to the proposed project is also present. Signed by Francis Novelty Simasio, proprietor. Supported by its proof of ownership, the official receipt of the laboratory apparatus is present, and the affidavit of ownership for minor tools is also present. Signed by Francis Novelty Simasio. Next document present is the omnibus sworn statement is present and signed by Francis Novelty Simasio and notarized by Attorney Abelino Pirosino Jr., Notary Public. Annual income tax return is also present, including its proof of payment. NFCC computation is also present, signed by Francis Novelty Simasio. And the audited financial statement is also present. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the technical requirements, FNTC Construction technical proposal for contract ID 25K0050 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Joselito B. Corpin. Let's proceed to the second interested bidder for contract ID 25KE0050. Please open the technical proposal submitted by Hapos Sansol Enterprises. Technical proposal from Hapos Sansol Enterprises for contract ID 25K0050, construction of rainwater collector system, Camiguin. The approved budget of the contract is 2,605,499 pesos and 3.03 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of LGIF's registration, valid until September 24, 2025, pass. The DTI certificate is valid until September 15, 2025, pass. Mayor's permit, expiration of December 31, 2025, pass. Tax clearance, the date of expiration will be March 19, 2026, pass. The audited financial statement, the date of filing April 28, 2025, pass. The pickup license, expiration will be in April 4, 2027, passed. Photocopy of the DTI certificate is present. Photocopy of business permit is also present. Tax clearance is also present. And the next document is a statement of ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts newly awarded but not yet started. Submitted and signed, Maria Victoria G. Hansol, supported with the following. And the notice of awards, notice to proceed, contract agreement, notice of award, notice of proceed, all contract agreement. And the next document is a statement of single largest completed contracts, which is similar in nature, and submitted and signed, Maria Victoria G. Hansol, supporting documents, certificate of completion, certificate of acceptance, notice of award, notice to proceed, contract agreement. Submitted also is a photocopy of the pickup license, unexpired. Also present is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed Maria Victoria Jansol and notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr. Also present is the project organizational chart, submitted and signed Maria Victoria Jansol. Present also is the list of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract, including project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, foreman, and safety officer. Signed and submitted Maria Victoria G. Hansel, supported with the following: the key personnel biodata of Maria Victoria G. Hansel, the biodata of Severino Kiwayan Jr., biodata of Pedro S. Ramos Jr., photocopy of PRC license of Pedro Ramos, unexpired. The accreditation identification card of Pedro S. Ramos as materials engineer 1. Including the certificate of accreditation as materials engineer 1. The biodata of Samuel Disierdo. Certificate of completion for Ray Edward Salvani as construction occupational safety and health certificate. And the next document is the list of contractors' equipment pledged to the contract, submitted and signed Ma Victoria G. Hansel, supported with the following: official receipt, certificate of registration from LTO, affidavit of ownership. Present also is the list of contractors' laboratory equipment, submitted and signed Ma Victoria G. Hansel, supported with the following: the sales invoice, and the next equipment is the omnibus sworn statement affidavit, signed by Victoria G. Hansel and notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr. Submitted also is the NFCC, the net financial contracting capacity, submitted and signed by Victoria G. Hansel. And also the audited financial statement, stamped and received by BIR. And present also is annual income tax return, stamped and received by BIR. Mr. Chair, all required technical documents are present. Boss Hansel Enterprises is rated as pass. Thank you, Sir Edwin. Before we proceed, we acknowledge the presence of the proprietor manager of Hapos Hansol. Welcome to the dropping opening of bids, ma'am. Please welcome Miss Milabiel Podilana. Let's proceed to the third interested bidder. Please open the technical proposal submitted by Binlabs Construction and Supply.
The technical proposal submitted by Vinlabs Construction and Supply for the construction of rainwater collector system, Camiguin Circumferential Road, with a contract ID of 25K0050. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the certificate of PhilGIP's registration, valid until February 15, 2026, pass. Next document is list of eligibility documents. DTI certificate valid until February 24, 2030. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025, pass. Tax clearance valid until this January 24, 2026, pass. Audited financial statement, date of filing, April 12, 2024, pass. Pickup license, valid until July 21, 2025, pass. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed by Alvin B. Labastida, the proprietor. The next document is supported with notice of award, photocopy of contract agreement, notice of award, contract agreement, notice to proceed, the next document is the list of construction key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract. Excuse me, Mr. Chair, the photocopy of pickup license present, photocopy of the next document is bid security in a form of bid securing declaration signed by Alvin B. Labastida, the proprietor, and notarized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino Jr., Notary Public, present. The next document is the organizational chart for the contract signed by Alvin Labastida. The next document is the list of construction key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract, signed by Alvin B. Labastida, the proprietor, with the personal biodata of the key personnel. Alvin Bataya Labastida as the project engineer. The professional identification card of Mr. Engineer Alvin Labastida, unexpired, present. The professional identification card of Chuck Yani Kalebo, unexpired. With the report of rating, present. Certificate of completion of RC Lowy T. Macaranas, Construction, Occupation, Safety, and Health, present. Professional identification card ID, a card of RC Louis Macaranas, unexpired. With the ID of Albert Labastida as a foreman, present.
The next document is the list of equipment owned or leased and or under purchase agreement placed to the proposed contract signed by Alvin Labastida, the proprietor, supported with the certificate of registration by the LTO. The next document is the list of laboratory equipment, apparatus owned or leased and or under purchase agreement placed to the proposed contract signed by Alvin Labastida, supported with the photocopy of sales invoice. And the next document, Mr. Chair, is the affidavit of the Boston statement signed by Alvin Labastida and notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino, the notary public. And the last document is the NFCC. The total amount, with a total amount of 183,059,102 pesos and 16 centavos, submitted by Alvin B. Labastida. All the technical documents submitted by Winlabs Construction and Supply are present and rated pass, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Retalia. Let's proceed to the second project with the contract ID 25 KA052, repair replacement of concrete pavement gaps along Camiguin Circumferential Road. Please open the first interested bidder. Please open the technical proposal submitted by TO NGE Construction.
For the second project with contract ID 25 KE0052, repair replacement of unpaved to concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road. First bidder is 2NGE Construction and the ABC for the project is 6,999,526 pesos and 6 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the PhilJEP's registration with validity until March 13, 2026. Passed. Under Annex A, PhilJEP's page 3, DTI certificate expiration date is April 28, 2027. Passed. Mayor's permit expiration date is December 31, 2025. Passed. Tax clearance expiration date is December 18, 2025. Passed. Audited financial statement last filed February 20, 2025. And pickup license expiration date is January 18, 2026. Passed. Also present is the hard copy of the DTI certificate, business permit, tax clearance. Next document present is the list of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, is present and signed by the bidder Neil Nicholas S. Chan, proprietor. Next document present is the single largest completed contract with note in provision to section 23.4.2.4 is present and signed by the bidders Neil Nicholas S. Chan. Pickup license of the contractor is also present, the photocopy. Next document present is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration is present. Duly signed by the bidder Neil Nicholas S. Chan and notarized by Attorney Abelino P. Orsino Jr., Notary Public. Contractor's organizational chart is also present, signed by Neil Nicholas S. Chan. Key personnel's affidavit of commitment to work on the contract is also present, signed by Neil Nicholas S. Chan. Professional identification card of civil engineer Nel Nicholas S. Chan is present, unexpired. Also present is the professional identification card of Civil Engineer Patrick Jason Mabao and its certificate of accreditation as Materials Engineer 1 with accreditation number 7426, unexpired. Certificate of completion for construction, occupational safety and health training of Janelle B. Chan is also present. Next document present is the list of contractors' laboratory equipment is present, signed by Neil Nicholas S. Chan. The list of equipment and tools of the contractor is also present, signed by Neil Nicholas S. Chan. Supported by its sales invoice of the laboratory of the minor tools. Deed of sale for the vehicles and equipments is also present. Next document present is the omnibus warrant statement. Is present and signed by the bidder Neil Nicholas S. Chan and authorized by Attorney Ablino Pirosino Jr. of the Republic. NFCC computation is also present, signed by Neil Nicholas S. Chan. Audited financial statement is also present, signed by the list of received by the BIR. Annual income tax return is also present. That's the last document. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the technical requirements, 2 NGE construction technical proposal for contract ID 25K0052 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Solito B. Corpin. Let's proceed to the second interested bidder for the contract ID 25KA0052. Please open the technical proposal submitted by General Construction.
Technical proposal from General Construction for contract ID 25K0052, repair, replacement of unpaved to concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road. The approved budget for the contract is 6,199,526.06 centavos. The first document is a certificate of public PhilGIPS registration valid until April 12, 2026, pass. The DTS certificate is valid until September 12, 2027, pass. Mayor's permit, the expiration will be on December 31, 2025, pass. The tax clearance expiration will be March 25, 2026, pass. Audited financial statement, the date of filing April 12, 2024, pass. The pickup license expiration will be December 17, 2025, pass. Photocopy of the DTS certificate is present. Photocopy business permit is also present. Tax clearance certificate is also included. Photocopy of the annual income tax return stamped and received by BIR is present. Audited financial statement stamped and received by BIR. A photocopy of the pickup license is also present. And the next document is a statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed, submitted by Evangeline D. Oliveros, supported with the notice of awards. All notice of awards. Statement of single largest completed contract is also present, signed and submitted by Jillian De Oliveros. Supported with the following: certificate of completion, certificate of acceptance. The next document is the net financial contracting capacity, also submitted and signed General Construction. Present also is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed Evangeline De Oliveros and authorized by Attorney Abelino Piercino Jr. Present also is the organizational chart assigned to the project, prepared and signed Evangeline De Oliveros. The list of contractors, key personnel proposed to be signed the contracts is also included, submitted and signed, Evangeline de Oliveros, supported with the key personnel bioditas. Photocopy the PRC license of Kimwell Rapisora, unexpired. Biodata of Ana Marie C. Oliveros. PRC license, photocopy of Ana Marie Oliveros, unexpired. Photocopy also of the certificate of completion, basic occupational safety and health course, Ana Marie Oliveros. Photocopy of the certificate of accreditation of Ana Marie Oliveros as materials engineer 1, unexpired. Biodata of Ramel Olagud. Certificate of completion, construction safety and health training, Ronel Olagud. Also present is the list of equipment owned or leased on or under purchase agreement leads to the proposed contract submitted and signed Evangeline de Oliveros. List of contractors, laboratory equipment leads to the contract is also present, submitted and signed Evangeline de Oliveros. The following are the supporting documents: the deed of sales, certificate of registration, official receipt, sales invoice, deed of solid sale for motor vehicles. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sworn statement affidavit. Signed and submitted by Evangeline de Oliveros and notarized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsino Jr. Mr. Chair, all required technical documents are present. General construction is rated pass.
Thank you, Sir Edwin. Let's proceed to the third interested bidder for the contract ID 25KA0052. Please open the technical proposal submitted by CLC Construction Service and Supply.
The technical proposal submitted by CLC Construction Services and Supply for the repair replacement of unpaved to concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road with a contract ID of 25KA0052. The first document is the a certificate of PhilGIP's registration valid until June 17, 2026, pass. List of eligibility documents, DTI certificate valid until April 12, 2030, pass. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025, pass. Tax clearance valid until December 9, 2025, pass. Audited financial statement, date of filing, March 21, 2025, pass. Pickup license, valid until the October 19, 2025, pass. The next document is the a photocopy of DTI certificate, photocopy of business permit, photocopy of tax clearance, photocopy of audited financial statement, ITR, annual income tax return, photocopy, present, a photocopy of pickup license, present. The next document is the list of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contract awarded but not yet started, signed by Chris A. Cabana, the proprietor, supported with the notice of award. Notice of award. The next document is the single largest completed contract signed by Chris Cabana, supported with notice of award. Notice of award. Certificate of access. If in, financial documents for eligibility check present with a current net working capacity of 50 and FCC of 860,101,532 pesos and 21 centavos, signed by Chris L. Cabana, the general manager. The next document is the contractor's organizational chart, signed by Chris Cabana. The next document is the bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed by Chris L. Cabana, the bidder, and authorized by Attorney Ebelino P. Orsinio Jr., Notary Public. The next document is the key personnel. The project manager is Chris L. Cabana. The project engineer is Brian Bacoy. Material engineer is Chris L. Cabana. Construction foreman is Adon Babia. Construction safety officer is Jerby G. Sasil. Present, signed by Chris E. Cabana. The professional identification card of Engineer Chris Cabana, unexpired, present. A photocopy of certificate of participation of Chris Cabana for successfully attended authorized managing officer. Present. A photocopy of certificate of accreditation as material engineer 1 of Mr. Chris L. Cabana with accreditation number of 1722. Present. Biodata of Brian Lau Bacoy. A professional identification card of Brian Bacoy, unexpired. Biodata of Adon Babia as a foreman. List of equipment and tools, signed by Chris Cabana as the proprietor. List of contractors' laboratory equipment of Mr. Chris Cabana. The deed of sale, deed of absolute sale, present. Certificate of registration of land transportation office, present. The next document, the last document, Mr. Chair, is the omnibus sworn statement, signed by Chris L. Cabana, the bidders, and authorized by Attorney Abilino P. Orsinio Jr., Notary Public. All the technical documents submitted by CLC Construction and Services and Supply are present and rated pass, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Talia. Let's proceed to the opening of the financial proposal. Let's start with the contract ID 25 key A050, construction of rainwater collector system. Please open the first interested bidder. Please open the financial proposal submitted by FNTC Construction.
For the financial proposal, the first project, 25 key 0050, construction of rainwater collector system in the province of Camiguin. First bidder is FNTC Construction, and the ABC for the project is 2,605,499 pesos and 3 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. Bid form with bid amount of 2,582,718 pesos and 57 centavos. May I repeat, Mr. Chair? 2,582,718 pesos and 57 centavos. Words and figures are the same, and the contractor offered no discount. Bid offer is lower than the ABC. And the bid form is signed by the bidder, Francis Noel Tisimasio. Bill of quantities is also present, signed by Francis Noel Tisimasio. Summary of bid prices is also present, signed by Francis Noel Tisimasio. Summary of material cost, equipment rental, and labor rate is also present, signed by Francis Noel Tisimasio. Detailed estimates for every item is also present, signed by Francis Noel Tisimasio. Bar chart with score is also present. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, duly signed by the bidder, Francis Noel Tisimasio. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the financial requirements, FNTC Construction Financial Proposal for Contract ID 25 key 0050 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Solito Bicorpin. Let's proceed to the second interested bidder. Please open the financial proposal submitted by Hapos Hansol Enterprises.
Financial proposal from Hapos Hansol Enterprises for contract ID 25K0050, construction of rainwater collector system. The approved budget for the contract is 2,605,499 pesos, 0.03 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form, and the bid offer of Hapos Hansol Enterprises is 2,652,547 pesos and 53 centavos. Repeat, 2,552,547 pesos and 53 centavos. Words and figures are the same, no discount offered. And signed Maria Victoria G. Hansol. The second document is the bill of quantities, also submitted and signed by Victoria G. Hansol. And the third document is the detailed estimate per item, signed Ma Victoria G. Hansol. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is cash flow by quarter, also signed, submitted Ma Victoria G. Hansol. All the required financial documents are present, and Hapos Hansol Enterprises is rated pass, Mr. Chair.
Sir Edwin, excuse me. The bid amount of Hapos Hansol is above ABC. Ma'am Bilin? Okay, let's proceed to the third interested bidder for the contract ID 25KA0050. Please open the financial proposal submitted by Binlabs Construction.
the financial proposal submitted by Vinlabs Construction and Supply for the construction of rainwater collector system with a contract ID of 25 KA0050 and approved budget for the contract EBC is 2,605,499 pesos and 03 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. The total bid price is 2,630,000. May I repeat? 2,603,734 peso, 34 and 24 pesos. May I repeat again? 2,603,734 and 26 pesos. Word centavo. Pesos magudi gisulat. Nabasa na ko pesos. Balay unta 134 pesos and 28 centavos. Ang iyan na sulat din ni 734 and 28 pesos only. No discount offered. Signed by Alvin B. Labastida. Words and 734. Words and figures are the same, but the words niya, ang iya 28 pesos, dili the same. Da? So di ko sabot, nabutan niya sa centavos. Bill of quantities present, signed by Alvin Labastida, the manager. The detailed estimate present, Mr. Chair. And the last document, Mr. Chair, walay tabing kadali. This is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule signed by Alvin B. Labastida, the proprietor. All the financial documents submitted by Vinlab Construction and Supply are present and rated pass, Mr. Chair.
Engineer Retalia, the issue is concerned about the words and figure are not the same. What are the consensus of the back member, Sir Edwin? What are the prevailing figure? Million. Pwede ra, gra. Okay. Pwede itra. Sa to ba, the consensus of the back member, okay, 2,603,734 pesos and 28 centavos. Okay, thank you, Engineer Retalia. Let's proceed to the second project with the contract ID 25 KA0052. Repair replacement of concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road. The first interested bidder, please open the financial proposal submitted by TO and GA Construction.
For the second project, 25 KE0052, first bidder is 2NGA Construction. And the contract name is repair replacement of unpaved to concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road. And the ABC for the project is 6,999,526 pesos and 6 centavos. First document submitted by the bidder, Mr. Chair, the bid form. Bid form with bid amount of 6,992,526 665 pesos and 85 centavos. I repeat, Mr. Chair, 6,992,665 and 85 centavos. Words and figures are not the same, Mr. Chair. Since the words is 6,992,665 and 84 pesos. And the no. Ang figure is 85. Managay pag 84 over 100. Ang isa is 84, ang isa 85. Bill quantities is 6,992,665 and 85 centavos. Sa words na. So the amount in words is 6,992,665 and 84 over 100 pesos only. 84.84. So the bid offer is lower than the ABC. And the bid form is signed by the bidder Nel Nicolas S. Chan. Bill of quantities is also present, signed by the bidder Nel Nicolas S. Chan. Summary of bid prices is also present, signed. Detailed estimates for every item is also present. Each item is signed by the bidder Nel Nicolas S. Chan. Summary of material cost, equipment rental, and labor rate is also present, signed by Neil Nicolas S. Chan. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, duly signed by the bidder Neil Nicolas S. Chan. Mr. Chair, having complied with all the financial requirements, 2 NGE Construction financial proposal for contract ID 25K0052 is rated as passed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Rosolito B. Corpin. Let's proceed to the second interested bidder for the contract ID 25KE0052. Please open the financial proposal submitted by General Construction Corporation.
A financial proposal from General Construction for contract ID 25K0052, repair replacement of unpaved concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road. The approved budget for the contract is 6,999,556 pesos and 06 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form, and the bid offer of General Construction is 6,996,753 pesos and 54 centavos. Repeat, 6,996,753 pesos and 54 centavos. Words and figures are the same. No discount offered. Signed, Evangeline D. Oliveros. The second document is a bill of quantities, also prepared and signed, General Construction. Third document is the detailed estimates per item, prepared and signed, General Construction. And the last document, Mr. Chair, is cash flow by quarter, prepared and signed, General Construction. All the required financial documents are present. General Construction is rated pass, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Edwin. Let's proceed to the third interested bidder for the contract ID 25KE0052. Please open the financial proposal submitted by CLC Construction Service and Supply.
The financial proposal submitted by CLC Construction Services and Supply for the repair, replacement of unpaved to concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road with a contract ID of 25KE0052, and the approved budget for the contract ABC is 6,999,526 pesos and 06 centavos. The first document, Mr. Chair, is the bid form. The total bid price is 6,790,240 pesos and 65 centavos. May I repeat? 6,790,240 pesos. Words and figure, Mr. Chair, are the same. Signed by Chris Il Cabanang. The next document is the bill of quantities signed by CLC Construction Services and Supply, the bidder. The next document, Mr. Chair, is the detailed estimates signed by CLC. The next document is the summary of bid prices. The next document is the summary of cost and rates signed by Chris L. Guabana. The last document is cash flow by quarter and payment schedule signed by Chris L. Cabanada, proprietor. All the financial documents submitted by CLC Construction Services and Supply are present and rated pass, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Ederlinda Retalia. May I request Head of Back Secretariat to read the summary of the bidding result.
For the abstract of bids of the newly concluded preliminary examination of bids for contract ID 25K0050, construction of rainwater collector system, RWCS. If the approved budget for the contract is 2,605,499 pesos and 3 centavos. FNTC Construction with a bid offer of 2,582,718 pesos and 57 centavos. Hapos Hansol Enterprises with a bid tender of 2,552,547 pesos and 53 centavos, while Winlabs Construction and Supply with a bid amount of 2,603,734 pesos and 26 centavos. For contract ID 25K0052, repair replacement of unpaved to concrete pavement gap along Camiguin Circumferential Road. The approved budget for the contract is 6,999,526 pesos and 6 centavos. 2NGA Construction with a bid offer of 6,992,665 pesos and 84 centavos. General Construction, 6,996,753 pesos and 54 centavos, while CLC Construction Services and Supply with a bid offer of 6,790,240 pesos and 65 centavos. All the bidders submitted bid securing declaration for their bid security. Nothing more, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Padrangga. Any comment from the bidders? From the NFTC Construction, Ma'am Andrea? Wala. From any comment from the CLC Construction, Ma'am Rosjin? Wala. From Hapos Hansol Enterprises, the proprietor, manager, Milabiel Padilana, ma'am. Okay. If none, for the information of everybody, all bids are considered draw bids and subject for bid evaluation and post qualification in accordance with the 2016 revised IIR of RE 9184. If there is no objection in this dropping or opening of bids, I want to hear one of the back member to adjourn this dropping and opening of bids.
Mr. Chair, I move to adjourn this dropping and opening of bids.
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Since there is a motion for the adjournment from Joselito Corpin and seconded by Sir Edwin Cagulada, the dropping and opening of bids for contract ID 25 key A0050 and contract ID 25 key A0052